If you want Cursor to fetch content from URLs, this quick setup will help you turn on web access so Cursor can pull in live information when you need it. That means you can ask it to look at documentation, read the latest updates, and use current web content right inside your workflow. If this tutorial helps, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more Cursor tips and software tutorials. Let's jump in. First, open Cursor on your computer. Once Cursor is open, look for the gear icon and click it to open your settings. This is where Cursor keeps the controls for how the app behaves, including agent features and web tools. After the settings panel opens, go to the agents section. This is the area where you can manage the tools that Cursor's AI assistant can use while helping you. If you want Cursor to work with live information from the internet, this is the place to check. Now look for the Web Fetch tool. You should see a toggle for Web Fetch, and this is the key setting you need to enable. Turn on the Web Fetch tool so Cursor can access content from URLs and bring in live data from the web. This can be really useful when you want the assistant to read documentation pages, verify details, or pull in code examples from a source online. Once the toggle is enabled, Cursor is now set up to fetch content from URLs whenever the agent uses that capability. In practice, this can save you time because you do not have to copy and paste everything manually. Instead, Cursor can help you work with current information directly inside your editor context. If you do not see the option right away, take a second to make sure you are in the correct settings area and that you are checking under agents. Sometimes the layout can change slightly depending on your version of Cursor, but the general path is still the same. Open settings, go to agents, and toggle on Web Fetch, and that is it. You have now allowed Cursor to fetch content from URLs. This small change can make a big difference if you are using Cursor for research, coding, or working with documentation-heavy projects. If this video was helpful, please give it a like, subscribe for more tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one.